Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Last time, we made our way down the remaining of the B line levels here and ready to start our next line, the I line. But before we do, you may notice that my Octarian design has changed back to the girl design. This time around, we got the nice ponytail hair, so since we're starting a different line, I figured this would be the perfect time to change our character design yet again. So, let's go ahead and take our new Octarian design into our next level here. 10-4, good buddy, the radio station. So here we got a choice of one of three weapons: the sloshing machine and auto bomb, undercover umbrella and burst bomb, and dapper dualies with a curling bomb. We're going to start off here with the recommended, the sloshing machine with auto bomb. You must defeat all enemies to proceed. A firm grasp of the situation will help you in battle. And please don't forget to make good use of your sub weapon. Take care out there. Let's go ahead and begin the test. To begin, let's go ahead, jump across the section, and now we got some Octo stamps here. Let's get this party started, just like Cuttlefish says. Wait for the Octo stamps to snap down, and there you go. That's how we take out the trash, as Pearl's saying. Let's go ahead, shoot over here to get to an ink rail. Riding this over, we'll get ourselves a shield, but be ready to move, as here, we got ourselves some bombs being flung at us right away, so we gotta keep on our toes. Octo stamps are gonna follow us along here, so shoot them into the backs. You have to wait for these guys to jump over, as we remember from fighting these enemies in the past, as Octo stamps are only weak on their backside. So we cannot attack these guys until they flip over on the ground, so we can hit them in the back. There you go, that stamp is down. Those Octo stamps aren't so scary if you keep your cool in some distance. Meanwhile, these bombs on your hand, even with distance, they could be a little terrifying. Good thing we had that little set of armor from before, because we definitely needed it. Let's go ahead and jump across, and now into our next checkpoint area here. Careful you don't get surrounded here. Stay sharp, you got this. Also stay behind cover, waiting until all the gunfire ceases, so we can go ahead and make our way over to this turret. Take out these octolings around the area, cover you up in some ink just so you don't have any easy footing here. Grab ourselves our special, and with this, we're gonna go ahead and get in the middle of all these guys and splash down. That was a good amount of damage. Another Octo Commander up ahead. Gotta be careful here. Go ahead, roll out the shields so we have some cover. But this one doesn't fully extend depending on how hard you hit it. So we gotta keep an eye on this thing and make sure it stays fully extended. Surprise! It's me, the Octarian, ready to kill you. Go ahead and grab our winnings. The launch pad has now spawned after we defeated that commander, so let's go ahead and make our way over there. Octo bombs on the left. Octo commanders and shielded Octo troopers on the right. Getting a little ridiculous. Buckle up, bucko. So we have a choice of two different paths that we can take. I'm gonna pick the path here on my left. Looks like quite a party. Indeed it is. We got a lot of bombers here, so we gotta keep our eyes out. So, let's go ahead, take out the enemies in the ink right away first, but keep our distance because these bombs are pretty deadly. So, this side here is very dangerous, but I do feel with the bombs, we can go ahead and just kind of watch things here, take things slow, and actually back away for cover. So we can play things a little safe here, and we should be okay. And just go ahead, take my time here, throw some bombs at these enemies, so fight bombs with more bombs. And with that, we already kind of took out a good amount of the bombers, but they also got me, so that's a little problematic. So let's go ahead and continue over here on the left. Just throw an auto bomb to start. That should chase down one of our goons, which really helped because it actually revealed our enemy. I do see the other one here around the corner. Just kind of run around to the right side. And he got stuck in a ring. That's perfect. Wasn't even trying for that. He just kind of did that on his own. We're going to wait this out because of the two bombs. This is definitely a mission where you definitely want to take your time. You do not want to rush this mission because if you do, that's where problems can occur. So, take our time here, line up our shots just right, and keep our distance. We do not want to make one wrong move here. Can't believe I missed basically every shot with my bombs. That was not a great bomb rush. At least we killed everything around us. Take you out with the slosher. This is a really good weapon for the said mission, as it does a lot of damage, taking out a lot of enemies in 1 to 2 hits. So, something like this, as long as we keep a good aim, we can take things out pretty fast. But there you go, this side is now clear, and we can continue on. Got a sniper here, so let's take him out. And now we got 2 specials here. This one will be our first one to use. A set of Ake missiles. Go ahead, line up as many targets as we can, a total of 5. And now we kill all the enemies except for a handful. So now, let's grab the other special here, the Stingray. Line yourself up, and get ready to shoot. And now I'm gonna hit the other enemies that are just left over with this thing. And with that, we're good. We don't need to go down there whatsoever to fight any enemies. We have now completed the level. Visual confirmation, launchpad ahoy. Taking the launchpad, we get to the ending. And with that, we have passed our test. But there you go, radio station's complete with the slosher, but you know the drill at this point. We'll be coming back to take care of this test with 2 more weapon types. So let's go ahead and jump back into radio station to start making our way through this test with one of the 2 remaining weapons. Let's go ahead and work our way up the difficulty ladder. Let's pick the undercover umbrella here to begin this test with. So starting off, a different bomb type right away is going to make things a little bit easier and harder in some circumstances. As for me, I don't find auto bombs to be all that useful in this said mission just because I like playing things a little more defensively. And with a lot of the enemy types in this mission, auto bombs don't really do that much damage. The burst bombs to me, I do like actually just to use for covering areas in ink. So using those specific burst bombs, I could just go ahead and use that to make a path for myself. That way we can just go ahead and get out of situations fast and safe. So we're going to definitely be using burst bombs here a lot. This undercover umbrella, we can actually shoot while the umbrella is actually up, giving ourselves a makeshift shield. It's not the strongest shield, so we do have to be careful how much damage it takes. Otherwise, we will start taking damage once this thing gets destroyed. So be careful here. It can be used to destroy one of those bombs being thrown away, which is nice. But now we have to wait for the shield to come back for a little bit. Luckily, it doesn't take too long before my undercover umbrella part actually comes back. So now, it's a full-on weapon here once again. Go ahead and destroy these enemies around us here. Cover you some ink. Fortunately, we just lost our set of armor we got from back in the beginning section, but that's alright. I mean, we don't need it per se, as long as we didn't actually die. Then the armor did its job. There we go. Set of enemies here defeated. You don't need to defeat these Octarians here to move on, but I do find it just to be a lot safer just to take them out so you can get a move on. Just simply because if you try to dodge them, they might, well, become a little problematic in certain areas. And plus, it does help having the extra points. You know me, I like me some points. So let's go ahead and take this said launch pad here and move on to the final section. There you go. Last section here. This time, let's go onto the right side. Go to the Octo Commander and Shielded Troops. So this one, if we play our cards right, we might be a little bit safer going past, but it's going to be a little bit harder in some areas as well, in my opinion here. We got a different special over here, the Bubble Blower. This, we can use this to make a set of bubbles, and if we shoot the said bubbles, it'll do a lot of damage to these said enemies. So it's a pretty good special, but we do have to be careful where we're shooting it, as if we put it in a location with no enemies, it's really not going to do that much damage. So you got to use this thing smart. Going to go ahead and use it here. And now, go ahead and shoot this thing up. Going to use this one to give me a bunch of ink. I'm about ready to die here if I do not take things carefully. Keep the umbrella up. And now if I can shoot this bubble, it should be enough to kill these enemies. Unfortunately, the bubble disappeared. So this is why the Bubbler is really not the greatest special for the situation. It definitely helped, but it didn't make things foolproof. Alright, I gotta get out of here before we die. Well, that was some famous last words. This is kind of why I don't really care for going on the right side as much, but with this weapon, I do find it to be a little bit safer. to go on the right side, but mileage may vary based on your weapon and even how you feel about fighting certain types of enemies on which side you should pick, the left side or the right side, as either one will get us to our mission objective. Let's just go ahead, take these guys out here yet again. We do need to kill every single enemy on both of the sides so we can actually get to the ending. So we're not just doing this because we want to. We need to kill enemies this time around to actually get a move on. Go ahead, use our special here. Try to use this to kill all these enemies around me. There we go, that killed a good amount of stuff. I killed 2 big enemies, that's very helpful. Put down a bomb here, shoot you in the back. Keep my umbrella up here so we don't die, but there we go. Got that. Oh, wow, I did not see that bomb for a second. I was gonna say, we got one enemy taken care of, and another one on the other side is trying to kill us. We're just gonna wait here in the ink for a minute, because we are not dying today. There you go, this side's clear. Now for the next side. Surprise. Gonna take you out now. Same strategy as before. We're gonna grab ourselves the ink missiles first. Line up with a total of 5 targets. Try to destroy them all with a set of missiles, and then we grab the stingray to take out the remaining set of enemies. We're gonna have to go down there, aren't we? Yeah, unfortunately, this side is not that much easier to defeat all the enemies with the stingray weapon, so we tried our best. We could have used the other special we have remaining down here, our bomb rush, but everything's dead now, so really there's no point in using these bombs. I have one use for them, though. So let's go ahead and make our way over to our launch pad, go over to the ending section, activating our special just so we can hit the goal. I did say how to use for these bombs. I wasn't wrong. Let's go ahead and make our way back to the radio station one more time to finish up this test with the dualies. One more set of weapons left here, the Dapper Dualies with a curling bomb. Let's go ahead and begin the mission. So immediately I'm just going to go ahead and throw down a curling bomb because these things are really good for movement. They'll get us into the beginning section fast, but beginning this portion, you're going to lose a problem with the dualies here for this specific level. Dapper Dualies are one of the faster weapons in Splatoon 2, but they come at a downside. The range of the Dapper Dualies, they're not that great. So for a mission like this, we gotta play things very carefully. Luckily, our dash ability with these dualies is really fast, so we can get out of situations pretty quick as long as we press the jump button to do our little dash move. So keeping this in mind, we can definitely use these things to get out of a pinch pretty fast. But again, that range issue is gonna come into play here. So I'm gonna need to get onto the surface here and kill these guys before they kill me. In the back, there was this thing to raise us up, so honestly, if I remembered about this ink geyser, that could have helped. I honestly forgot this even back here, just because I never really need to worry about getting on that platform with any other weapon type. Dapper Dualies are the one weapon type where you cannot defeat those enemies from down below. So maybe use the ink in the back to help you with that. Let's just go ahead and take out these Octarians here. Put you in ink, kill you. Go ahead and climb our way up here, get our special, and now splash down right in the middle. Taking them all out in one go. That's the only time we did that so far. 1 for 3, I guess ain't bad. It looks like I missed my ride. That's a little unfortunate. Wait this one out. Unfortunately, I can't really do much with this said shield because of the Dapper Dualie range, but we'll just wait until we get to the other side. And now we're gonna have to get up close and personal to take care of this Octo Commander. With that, we gotta go ahead and get to our launch pad to make it to that final section. So we got that same choice from the last 2 attempts, left or right. Either way, this is very, very dangerous, so pick wisely here. I'm actually gonna pick the left side for this, and that might seem like the bad call for this kind of weapon, but I'm gonna try to use the dodging mechanic to my advantage here to try to get out of the way of the bombs. I won't have nearly as many things shooting me here, I'll just have plenty of things throwing, well, other things at me. So, keeping this in mind, I hopefully should be okay. Famous last words, as always. If you out immediately, do not die from the bomb. We luckily have the advantage here of having an extra set of armor, so we have to take advantage of this in this set section. Keep in mind also when you're using a special, you can still use your weapon. So even though I'm throwing bombs here, I still have the dodging mechanic of the dualies to my advantage. And I gotta remember doing that because these bombs, you really want to dodge out of the way of. You do not want to be in the middle or when the splat bombs are about ready to explode. There you go. Left side's clear. Go ahead, take out that said commander and take out the remaining enemies with special weapons. Firing off my missiles. And now let's grab me the Stingray, wait until everything's dead. And now let's attack the remaining guys here with our Stingray. And there you go, flawless. Let's see if we can actually attack the goal. Just about. Let's just make our way up to the top section to finish this test. We almost activated this little goalpost with our Stingray weapon, so hey, it ain't bad. There you go. Our radio station is now complete. And with that, we're all done with that said level, so let's check out our mem cake before we continue onwards here. It's a Zapfish, right from the single-player campaign of both Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. Encased in sturdy sphere of glass, it breaks my heart to see you caught, with whiskers trembling as I pass. Yeah, the cruel fate of these Zapfish is that every single time they appear, they're always held hostage, being put inside of glass just to be used as an energy source. But the Zapfish is what powers Zangopolis, or at least the main Zapfish. These little ones usually power a lot of the contraptions we see in a lot of these levels. Cute little sucker, it's just kind of a shame as to what their fate really is for the most part. But with that, we completed our level here. We got a decent start here on the eye line, but our next level is kind of a doozy, so I think we're actually going to end things with just one level complete this time around. Didn't get that much progress made, but these levels are starting to get a little bit longer as we can see, so we're best off continuing the eye line in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion, we'll continue making our way down the eye line here in the Deep Sea Metro, possibly making our way through more than one station next time around. I'll see you guys next time.